What's up, everybody? It's another episode of Howling at Life coming at you. Solo edition. So, hey, everybody, what's going on? It is the Wolfman of Comedy coming at you again for another episode of Howling at Life. Solo edition. So, we're going to be reviewing some things here, some topics, just touching on some things. Of course, some announcements, possibly some movie reviews, I'm not sure. But we will get to everything else we have to get to. And I think we actually have the drum roll back. What? Yes! It's about time. For anybody that has been listening to the episode, I'm going to tell you right now, we have been having problems with that drum roll. So at least you got to hear it one time for this episode going on. So let me kind of get into a couple things. First, y'all, you can always follow me on social media. That is Facebook, Big Adrian Lopez, Big Adrian, all one word. You also got on Instagram, my 3 different Instagrams. You got personal, you got tattoo, and you got comedy. You have Big Adrian Comedy for the comedy page, Wolf Daddy 714 for the tattoos, and Big Daddy L 714 for my personal. All 3 Instagrams are working. You can always message me, comment either on here, on YouTube, on the episodes going on, or you can also always reach out me at any of my social media platforms, all right? Just want to let you know. I know, right? So, just want to let everybody know that there's a couple things happening. Again, I want to say this to everybody that is listening out there. And even if you're listening, make sure you share it to people. We are entering December, y'all, right? We're in December. Usually Christmas time, holiday season, whatever. All my gifts are wrapped, except for like the last couple that I got to get this next weekend. So feeling pretty good about it. But I do want to mention this, and I will mention this repeatedly throughout this episode and the rest of the episodes throughout the holiday season. Please make sure you are talking to somebody, reaching out, communicating whatever you're going through, y'all. Listen to this podcast, comment back to us if you want to. But please make sure that you're not going through this holiday season alone, especially if you're dealing with some stuff, okay? It's very important that you reach out, communicate, go out and have some fun, get your outlets in, healthy outlets, hopefully. You know what I mean? Don't mask feelings this holiday season. There's been a lot of crap going on this week. And I'm going to tell you how important, open and honest communication is. I'm going to talk about that for sure, which will be kind of our topic this week. But, there's been so much going on. I just want to reiterate, please make sure you're talking, reaching out, listening to something that's helping you to get through the holiday season so that you can get through the holiday season. Doesn't mean you have to be happy. Doesn't mean you have to be holly and jolly. I'm just saying, let's get you through the holiday season, everybody, all right? Very important. I just wanted to let you know, very important for that, y'all. But I don't know what happened. Frankie, he didn't hit me up, and just figured I'd do this podcast because I didn't want to get into it this week. This week's going to be pretty busy with work and some school. The last week of school before Christmas vacation for me. And just to let everybody know, the Wolfman of Comedy got his first year internship for his social work master's approved next year at my work. And so I will be able to get paid while I get my internship at my job. And that got approved this week. Thank you. That means I ain't got to do another internship somewhere else, man, and add more hours. I probably won't have to do that until 2027 for my second internship that comes in. But, man, good news. Got approved. Everything's good. This week is the last week of school before I have to go into, then I get to go into Christmas vacation for about a month before I have to start school back again and stuff. And then I have 2 classes left and then a 2-month break. And then, boom, what's going on? I got my first internship. It's from May to about October. I got 1 more class. That's October to December. Then I got another month break, and I start January of 2027 to August of 2027. And that's when I will be completing my master's in social work. Second master's. It's my second master's. Second master's will be done. So I'm very excited about that. That got told to me. And also another thing, we're gonna be using this drum roll a lot. We've been missing this out the last couple weeks, y'all. See? Officially, 6 weeks from today is going to be the Wolfman of Comedy performing and headlining in Hollywood on January 18th, Sunday at 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. I will be the headliner. That is coming up 6 weeks from today, everybody. Just to let everybody know, this week I just got official word that this week the flyer will be coming out for that show. So if you do follow me on social media, you will get the information. It'll be coming out this week. I'll be posting it like crazy. I'll be doing videos like crazy, especially through the holiday season and the beginning of the New Year's and stuff. All new material, of course, like I usually do. I already got some good stuff going on for some resolutions and New Year's and failed resolutions from the past for sure. But it's going to be a great comedy set. I'll be doing about 25 minutes, almost half an hour actually, headlining this show in Hollywood. And that's how we're bringing in 2026, everybody. So hope to see you there. I'll be giving you all the information. I'll be giving you all the information from the flyer when it comes out, the location, all that stuff. But also look on my social media. I love doing that. But look out, the flyer will be coming out this week. Also, one of the things that ends up happening is I'll be giving you all the information that you need. When the flyer does come out, all that information is going to be coming out. Like I said, I'll give you the address, times, whatever, purchase ticket price, all that kind of good stuff. But also one of the things that ends up happening is that I will be advertising it like crazy on my social media. Of course, I'll be here on the podcast. Just getting everything done that I got to get done. But, you know, that's what's happening. 6 weeks from today, everybody. Mark your calendar. January 18th, Sunday, I'll be headlining at Hollywood. So that's how we're starting the year off. And I feel really great. I was able to tattoo myself a little bit today. If anybody see my social media, you can see the ones that I did on the sides of my leg. Got a little like a vampire biting lip kind of a tattoo for the side of my knee. And I also did Art the Clown from Terrifier. I was able to do that. That came out sick. I'll be honest with you. I love the way that it came out. Put a little white in the teeth, a little white in the eyes. It looked really cool. Looks creepy as shit, I'm not gonna lie. But I love that fact that I got to take some time for myself today. So hopefully everybody, you got through the first week of December pretty well. Again, I'm going to kind of touch on the topic that today and kind of just review what the hell's been going on in my life. Especially this first week of December, y'all. And it's going to take us into the topic of, you know, being honest during the holidays. So that'll be the topic for today, being honest during the holidays, being open and honest during the holidays. Being open and honest during the holidays. That's what we're going to be doing. So just to let you know, like this first week of December, you know, we got the Christmas stuff going on. The decorations are up. You know, we got a second puppy. If anybody's seen my social media, you know what's going on. Man, training a new puppy is a pain in the ass. Cute as shit, but pain in the ass. You'll probably hear him in the background, probably getting used to each other. There you go, getting used to each other. But one of the things that I want to let everybody know is that, you know, some people are going into the holiday season. And again, the topic's going to be being open and honest during the holidays. For the reason is that there's a lot of stuff that's been going on lately. There's a lot of people that have been struggling. I know that I felt it this week. Spooky Bitch felt it this week. I know Frankie was probably telling me something. Some other people were telling me, coworkers, clients, whatever. Just a lot of people have been struggling with a lot of things this week, man. And it just tripped me out that this week kind of seemed like it lasted forever for me personally. And, you know, a lot of it was, you know, people just struggling, man, during the holiday season, or they're worried, or they're scared about life and things going on. I know that for me, I was concerned a little bit, you know what I mean? When it came to, just poke my hand, when it came to listening to like the second year of my internship, I'll probably have to work at a different location than my job. I can still work with my company, but it has to be a different program. But I use some tools to kind of redirect my shit, right? But I've been seeing a lot of people, a lot of surgeries have been happening, ODs, relapses, suicidal thoughts, man. People just been struggling this first week of December. And I haven't been struggling with any of those, thank God. But I think the thing is that it kind of affected me to hear so many people kind of struggling. Like, I'm going to end up the year a little less money-wise or where I wanted to be, right? But I'm not like hurting and shit, right? I mean, I'm not gonna Yeah, I'm not hurting. Let's just put it that way. But I know that for me, I've been noticing this week that a lot of people have been struggling, and a lot of the people that have been struggling, they've been, some of them have been hitting me up. Some of them have been trying to, get their stuff out to somebody that'll listen. But I think that's what kind of got me, man, is that, we're starting December, y'all, right? And, one of the things is make sure that you are open and honest during the holidays with somebody, right? About how you're feeling, what you're going through. It doesn't mean they're going to take your problems away, but I think a lot of people, I realized this week, are carrying a lot of baggage with them, man. Like a lot of baggage. And it's kind of hard for people like that. When you're carrying baggage during the holiday season and you see everybody, Christmas this and Jingle Bell that, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make your baggage any lighter sometimes, right? I know I've had a few years, I know me and Frankie, we've been talking a little bit, that we've had a few years where it just kind of like, so many people were just such in a jolly mood, really happy, really doing their thing. And we weren't, you know what I mean? I was in a pissed off mood, whatever. I was talking to Spooky Bitch earlier today, and I was telling her how I was like, I was just kind of feeling, man. You know what I mean? I was just kind of feeling like I wish I could do more for Christmas. What I'm able to do is okay, but like I said, I just wish I could do more. And, financially, I was getting a little scared. Not like insecure financially. Like I said, I'm doing pretty well, but just kind of a little scared. A lot of things, wrapping up this class this week, so I can get that month off from school. I'm on call this week for work. There's a couple of outings that are going on this week. I just don't want to fumble nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially during the holiday season, it's very easy to get overwhelmed, right? It's very easy to like normally day to day, go to work, do your thing, come home, blah, blah, blah. But then you got like these Christmas parties and the company Christmas party and their Christmas party, and that's going on, and wrapping the gifts and decorating and blah, blah, blah. And then finances and, and going out and getting the gifts and then shopping. It's just a lot that people are trying to plan the trips. So if you're going to plan anywhere, what you're going to do for the holidays, what you're going to do for New Year's, blah, blah, blah. It can be overwhelming this time of year, man. And if you've already got baggage that you were kind of trying to avoid the whole year, okay, I'm going to let everybody know this. Make sure that this month, you at least open up and get honest with somebody this month, because you don't want to go into 2026 with this bullshit, all right? I'm going to let you know right now. I've been noticing like a lot of people that I've known have been collecting the bullshit throughout 2025. You know what I mean? They'll get a little frustrated, they get a little this, and they'll find a little bit of an outlet or whatever, but they never really, work on the problem. They find a temporary solution. And they've been kind of rolling with that, and I know I was guilty of this before, but they were kind of rolling with that, I think, throughout the whole year. You know what I mean? And it's like, we're going to be ending the year in a few weeks, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to have some type of relief, some kind of hope for the next year. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the things that I'm saying in the beginning of this month, y'all, because I know we got a few weeks still in December and all that kind of good stuff. I know that Christmas week I'll be doing the podcast a little late because I'll be out of town that week. I'm going to try to. If not, yeah, I'm going to try to. Do it when I get back that Monday, the 29th, so I can get one podcast in before the new year. But one of the things that I kind of realize, everybody, is that a lot of people are still doing the same shit. You know what I mean? Like, we're going to talk about resolutions and stuff like that, like at the last podcast of 2025, I usually do. But, part of the thing that I've kind of realized with a lot of people, and even like myself, I used to live like that, man. I would just get through the year, which is great. It's cool. But it's not a way to live, y'all. I mean, we're howling at life. We're not dragging our asses through life. You know what I'm saying? And it can be hard. But I think the thing is that what makes it harder for people is not being able to have that little bit of faith and a little bit of trust and a little bit of courage to really get open and honest with people, especially people they consider like their support and their loved ones. You know what I mean? Look, yo, I've been saying it all year long. I've been saying it since the podcast started, my Monster Squad, my blah, blah, even though my Monster Squad is kind of like growing, to be honest with you. But part of the thing that I've noticed, man, with people is that, we're trying to find a way to howl at life, to really face it, to really not just get through it, right? But to really get through it with some wisdom, some experience, some knowledge, you know what I mean? Something we can make our lives better at some point, so that when we have to face life and howl in its face, we got a little bit more courage and strength. Not that false shit, not that ego pride shit, but that real support, that real confidence, a little bit of confidence, right? That belief, the hope, a lot of those things that we can face life, because life comes with a lot of shit, I'll be honest with you. But I've been noticing this last week, man, there's so many people I was helping to get through things, or helping to figure out shit at work. Clients have been going through stuff, so I've been trying to give support, man. You know what I mean? And, that for me personally, man, that helped me get through my week, but it just felt really heavy this week, man. I felt really a lot of people are probably a little stressed, a little overwhelmed. And it made me, I'll be honest with you, it made me kind of reflect on my life a little bit. You know what I mean? It made me kind of reflect on my life a little bit and be like, my life's really not that bad. I mean, there's some things I would like more of, or different, or a little some. But if I take a step back and I can reflect on my life, like I'm handling it in a better way at the end of 2025 than I did at the end of 2024. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying, y'all. Like, this podcast, for the people that listen, thank you everybody for the wolf pack out there that listens, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate all you. The people that comment, the people that come in. I've had people start listening and then they fade out and they're like, screw this guy, whatever. Whatever you want to say, man. I'm still here rocking and rolling, right? I feel like I still got something to say, to be honest with you, right? And all it is from love and support and caring. Most of y'all that listen to this podcast, I know, but you might know other people that kind of need to hear this shit. It's your job, man, to share this shit. Tell them, like, hey, bro, you might not want to, you might be going through some shit, but you know what? Check out this podcast, man. You might hear a topic that this cat's this Wolfman of Comedy, this comedian guy, right? He gets in there and he starts talking truth, man. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm trying to do is, I'm trying to give y'all some love, some support, some truth, so you can actually, hopefully, have a better life, and not just to howl at it, but to be proud of that life, that you have today. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I'm saying this is because I know that earlier today, like I said, I was talking to Spooky Bitch. My life is cool. Like I said, got through the first week, blah, 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 was great. And before I started tattooing myself, though, I started looking at certain things where I was like, man, my insecurities kind of started popping in a little bit. And that honest and open communication that I had to talk to somebody about it, actually a couple people this morning, it helped me out. You know what I mean? It's not like they're going to take it away, but it lessened the effect that it had on my mind and my feelings. You know what I mean? I wasn't feeling like such a piece of shit. I wasn't feeling so insecure. But I'm glad I have tools and courage to be able to express it out. I always tell people, man, communicate, bro. And a lot of us, it's really hard to do that. But you know what? We're getting through the holidays. Some people are feeling that pinch. You know what I mean? Not the Grinch, but the pinch. Some people are feeling that pinch, man. And it's not that hard, man. I personally think this time of the year, everybody gets all holly and jolly and, fucking Whoville, you know what I mean? And hobble, hooray, all that bullshit, right? I just watched that movie today, so I know that. The Grinch Who Stole Christmas with Jim Carrey. I watched it. But, everybody gets really holly and jolly and stuff. And it's like, and they always say it, man. And, it's the season and blah, blah, blah. I go, then why don't we carry that throughout the whole fucking year? You know what I mean? Why does it just have to be during the holidays? Because I'll be honest with you, I hate fucking wrapping gifts. I hate buying fucking gifts. But I love fucking being there for people. I love when we get together. Food, of course, is a big thing. But just that time of still having those people. And hey, if you're missing people, you know what I mean? They're in a good place watching over you, man. I'll be honest with you. I have lost a lot of people, and I know a lot of people are still dragging that grief process with them too. It's like, hey, let the person rest, bro. At some point, you're gonna feel better, man. At some point, you know what I mean? That you're gonna be they're in a better place and they're watching down at me. I'm hoping that's the case. Like I said, I have a couple different people in my life. My parents are still in my life, my brother and sister, whatever. I mean, whenever that happens out in the future, I'm kind of already gearing up towards myself. That's a pain that's gonna fucking hurt, man. I'm not gonna be able to just carry that baggage, bro. That's gonna fuck up all my internal system, man. You know what I mean? And there's been a lot of stuff throughout my journey that I have really kind of felt that if I didn't have the skill of communicating open and honestly, man, I'd be in a really bad place, man. You know what I mean? I got anxiety issues, I got depressive issues, I got body dysmorphia, you know, how I feel about myself, low self-esteem, that shit. All these things I worked on. But I couldn't have worked on them without communication. You know, I couldn't have worked on them without support or somebody listening to me, man. Listening to me without judgment, by the way. You know what I'm saying? Because some of us, we get scared of talking to somebody because, like, well, what are they going to think of me? And then find the people in your life that aren't going to fucking judge you, man. And I love the people, I love the saying that says, real people, people that judge don't matter and people that matter don't judge. Oh, shit. Oh, man, I love that saying. I love that saying. People that matter don't judge, and people that judge don't matter, everybody. I like that. That's a great saying. You know, if you're scared to be able to have an open and honest communication, I'll be honest with you. First of all, you probably haven't done it enough this year, and I've been telling everybody to do this because now it's the end of the year and shit, and you're like, oh, fuck, we're going to make it. You know what I mean? But you probably haven't practiced it the whole year. Well, make that a resolution for you, or get started now to do what you got to do. Like, I've been taking this stupid freaking Colin Broom GLP-1 booster crap. I don't know if it's working. I don't know. Apparently, I feel like it's kind of working. It's not. But I got a 6-month supply of this shit. So I got to try something because I want to be able to get a little bit bigger, but slim the waist down a little bit. So I'm noticing I'm starting now. Don't be starting until January 1st for your New Year's resolution. Kick in some changes now. I'm starting to count my calories. I started doing that like a week before Thanksgiving. So I lost a little weight and then I gained it back. Now I'm losing again. I'm getting back, but I'm not getting horrible where I feel so disgusting though, man, because I was working with somebody, you know, they're like, yeah, I'm going to try to lose weight. And they're like, fuck it, it's the holidays. And they're like, you know, I got to get back on losing weight. I can't just let it go all the way. You know what I mean? I just can't like not care. And that's the whole thing. I mean, there's a little leeway going on. Of course, the holidays and this and that, and like, you know, shit happens. You know what I mean? But at the same time, are you scared? Right? Is it tough for you? Are you making excuses? Whatever. That's a lot of times where people don't like to open up and talk to people. I not only is it to be judged, but I think the people that keep shit quiet, it's because they really don't want to change that fucking lifestyle, or they don't want to change the mind because they're scared of change. They're scared of change because it's different, but what if it's better, y'all? You know what I'm saying? I mean, you're scared of not doing shit because of something might be, oh, it's not what I'm used to. Well, if what you're used to was so great, then you'd be a little more happier in your lives. You know what I mean? Shit would be going like a little bit better for you, or you wouldn't be tripping out so much, or whatever the hell's going on. There'd be a little more solution in your life, right? You'd have a bigger how, you know what I mean, to be able to deal with life. But at the same time, you know, I know people that will complain about the same damn thing, and it's like, look, bro, like at some point, like, yeah, and then what? Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're going into 2026, bro. Like, this is like the future. In 80s movies, this was the future, bro, right now. You know what I'm saying? Still don't have the flying cars and shit, but them robots are happening. AI's happening. All that bullshit's happening. But it's like, you can do something to be able to change your how. That's the cool part, man. And so many people are kind of stuck. You know what I mean? And it's like, dude, grab the people that aren't going to judge you, that you can open up and be honest with, man. But on the flip side of that coin, you have to be able, when you find those people, you have to freaking listen to them, man. I'm telling you, y'all, there's a lot of times people will complain and this and that. And I have this one person that was like this, man. They wanted help and they were up, and then they just been dragging it along. And I finally had to tell that person, like, how can I help you? Like, why am I in your life? You know what I'm saying? Kind of deal. Because you really don't reach out. You really don't do any suggestions. So, like, what is it? Like, what's up? You know what I mean? Like, you're taking up data on my phone, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's unlimited data. It doesn't matter. But still, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of people, they ask for help, and it's hard for them to finally ask for help, whatever. And then they cock block themselves from listening and taking the suggestion and advice, taking that support. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people like that. One in particular that I know of, you know what I mean? I'm like, I had to step up. I had to tell them, hey, man, like, so what do you need from me? Because, like, my time is valuable. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, I could make money. I can make money back. I can't make time back. You know what I'm saying? So part of the thing that I've kind of realized is I had to step up. I had to be open. I had to be honest because I was like, what am I, why? Like, what, why? You know what I'm saying? Because it's always like a complaint, like, all right, cool. Hey, man, I got some suggestions. Ah, I'm cool. Well, then if you're cool, then why are you hitting me up? Because I'm not just going to be here to co-sign your shit. I'm not going to be here to, be your partner in crime, for you to stay miserable. You know what I mean? Like, I want to see the people around me thriving, man, howling, fucking, getting better, bro. Like, if I can help you, fuck it. But you know what? Take the help, everybody. For some people, it's really hard to find that fucking help, to find that, that hand to get them out of the pit, man. You know what I'm saying? And once you do, you know what I'm saying? It's like, then you don't trust them. Like, then what the fuck? Put them through an application process. I don't know what the fuck you're telling. But at some point, you got to trust the people that you're choosing, man. Maybe some people did you wrong. Maybe it's hard for you to do it. I understand that. Totally get it. Part of the issue that happens, though, is for a lot of people, at some point, what's worse? Staying stuck where you're at or really opening up, right, to get the help that you need to move forward. You got to make a choice. Because like I said, if you barely made it through fucking 2025, man, and you ain't trying to do some kind of moves to get better into 2026, what's 2026 going to be? Just another repeat of 2025? You know what I mean? 2025, the sequel? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. Like, every year I try to look at some other things that I can work on myself. I can handle things better, maybe be of service, help others a little bit better. Reach out a little bit more, you know what I mean? But when I reach out, I want to have, I don't want to just have like bullshit conversations, man. I'm getting too old, man. I just turned 49 last month, you know what I mean? I want to have conversations that have meaning to them, right? Whether it's joy, whether it's something, whether it's being of help, whether it's, listening to somebody because they're really getting vulnerable, you know what I mean? I mean, don't get me wrong, we can all shoot the shit. But this day and age, man, when you get older, shooting the shit's just like, cool, bro. Like, well, we're adults, or we're supposed to be at this point, right? It'd be nice to have some substance in the conversation, man. Especially like when you're getting older, you realize, you know what I mean? Like, some people struggle through this time of year. Some people that you've known for a while, you know what I mean? Like, you really care for these people and you really love them. But you know what I mean? If you can't be open and honest with those people, then what type of love you really fucking showing them, y'all? I was mentioning this to Frankie like a couple weeks ago, man. It's like, I was talking to Frankie, the monster, right? We were talking before one of the podcasts or something, and I was telling him, I said, look, every time that I've had to have an open and honest conversation with somebody, whether it's addressing something, whether it's asking them a question, whether it's apologizing, whether it's looking at my part, whatever it is, man, it's never been easy. I'm always stressed out. I'm always pissed off. I'm always got a mixture of emotions. I'm worried. How are they going to take it? Whatever. And at the same time, I got to bite the bullet and do it, bro, because I don't want to carry more baggage, dog. I already got fucking love handles and shit and, a belly and fucking all that good crap. I'm working on it, though, right? But I think the thing is like, I don't want to carry that baggage, bro. I don't want to carry that what if shit. You know what I mean? Like, some of y'all know what I'm talking about, right? That what if. What if they say this and what if that? And now I'm trying to go through my fucking day with all this extra, crap that's going on in there. I can't concentrate on my day, right? I got a lot of what ifs. So I was talking to Frankie a few weeks ago, and I was telling him, I said, because he was talking about somebody he had to talk to, right? And I was telling him, I said, look, bro, anytime that you have a heart-to-heart, which that's what it is, open and honest communication when you have a heart-to-heart with somebody, man. Just from the heart, you know what I mean? Sometimes it's never, I'll be honest with you, for me, it's never easy, man. I'm always worried about the outcome. I'm always worried, like, what am I going to say something wrong? Am I going to make the situation worse? Blah, blah. I got all these thoughts, right, that are happening and all these feelings that are happening. But at the same time, me being able to have that open and honest communication, though, is way better than dragging that shit around for days playing the what if card, dog. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all know, man, you've had something in your mind or something, and it's been like, you know what I mean? Like, I should talk to this person, but now you're making excuses. Now you're avoiding it. Now you're in your head about it. You try to stay busy, but you still know you got to fucking talk to that person. You know what I'm saying? Or you don't answer their texts or their calls, or you see their their social media posts, and you're just like scrolling by. You're like, fuck, I don't even like their post, bro, because I don't want to talk to that person for whatever reason. You know what I mean? So, it gets to the point where it's a lot of work, man. You know what I'm saying? And especially like to be able to address things or, to let people know where you're at, man. It takes a lot of courage. It takes open and honest communication, man. And like I said, it's not meant to take everything off your plate. It's just hopefully people know what's on your plate. And I'll be honest with you, like another thing, whenever I am open and I communicate with somebody honestly, man, sometimes I realize exactly what's on my plate. I don't know about you all, but sometimes I'm dealing with shit and I just start kind of opening my mouth, and all of a sudden, like I'll talk to my Monster Squad or people at work, whatever, or just on this podcast, really. I'll start talking. I'm like, oh, fuck, that's what I'm dealing with. Some of y'all who have been regulars on this podcast, you know what I'm saying. Excuse me. Yeah, thank you. There we go. Some of y'all that have been on this podcast have seen that, where I started talking and then I go, oh my God, I just realized this shit. So being honest and open has helped me to realize certain things, man. Because maybe I'm going through, or maybe some of y'all go through some shit. Sometimes I go through things and I don't even realize like that what I'm exactly going through. I know I'm going through something, but I can't pinpoint it. But then when I start talking to somebody, all of a sudden that whatever the hell is revealed, and I went, oh shit, that's what the hell I've been going through. They go, yeah, I knew you were going through something, bro. Shut the fuck up, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to hear you. But sometimes being open and honest is a reveal. Sometimes you talk to somebody, they don't realize that maybe you knew what was going on with them. Or maybe that you even cared. Like, man, fuck, man, you really care. You notice that, bro? Sometimes I'll be like, hey, you all right? Especially my clients or people that, hey, you okay? You sure you're okay? Okay. Because they're like, why? I go, hey, dog, because I noticed, man. I give a shit. I'm noticing, like, what's going on? Oh, man. And then, blah, 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 and then the conversation starts. But just the fact that you notice somebody like that, or that you were able to, confront the person and be like, hey, man, like, I don't know if I should say some shit, but like, give a fuck about you. And you know what I mean? That takes a lot of courage and care and love for that person, man, and for yourself. You know what I mean? Because what happens if you don't say nothing? You knew you should have said some shit. There's a lot of regret, remorse, and all that kind of stuff that ends up happening if you don't even say nothing, man. So the reality is, everybody, look, it's the beginning week. We're going to enter the second week of December here, man. And like I said, I hope I have a better week because it's a busy week for sure. But the thing is, like, communicate, man. Get honest and get open during this holiday season, man. Maybe that's the gift that you give to your loved ones, man, that you're finally open and honest about something. That maybe you try a different way to communicate instead of always avoiding shit with anger or like, or whatever, just shining it on or whatever, man. You know what I mean? Maybe that's the gift that you give, a little bit of change this year, man. Or at least the end of this year, man. You know what I'm saying? That can never hurt, man. I mean, it'll be trippy for people that aren't used to you doing it, man. But, a lot of people trip out on me when I talk like this, whatever. And you got to understand something. It took me like about 16 and a half years of working on myself, man. Especially after I got, clean and started getting this recovery kick. The first year I wasn't really able to speak really well. I couldn't communicate what I was going through, whatever. Now I talk about all the shit that I go through. I don't even shut up. I don't even keep nothing in here, man. If I keep anything in here, man, it'll collect dust and it's just horrible, man. You know what I mean? But maybe that's the thing that happens, towards the end of the year, y'all. Maybe you just got to tell somebody, hey, man, this is where I'm at. You know what I mean? It could be a good thing or a bad thing. I keep on saying like it's kind of negative, but maybe even just saying where you're at. Like, hey, man, I'm struggling, but I'll get through it. Well, fuck, there, you just told them that you acknowledge what's going on and you're trying to get some hope, and then that gives hope to that person instead of them worrying about your ass. You know what I mean? Like, fuck, are you okay? I don't know if to talk to, whatever. Like, maybe just start that conversation, man. And if it's hard for you to do that, hey, reach out to people and just say good morning. Hope you have a good day. Sometimes when I was dealing with shit and I didn't want to open up to people, so this is a trick. I didn't want to open up to people, right? I would just text them, man. Hey, good morning. I hope you have a good day. You know what I mean? And they were like, oh, good morning. How you been? Okay, fuck, you asked me, bro. So now I'm just going to go ahead and I'm just going to fucking let you know everything I've been through, man, or everything I'm going through, right? Because you gave me an open window. Because, again, me on my own, like, hey, man, I'm struggling. Now I do it, right? It's a little easier for me. But, before, it was very difficult. So, the reality is, y'all, open and honest communication. Let's get through 2025, man. Let's get through this holiday season. Let's stop losing people. Let's stop worrying, man. There's plenty of people in your corner that can help you. And just take the help that's offered, even if it's a shoulder, an ear, a Christmas get together, fuck it, dude, watch a movie together with somebody, or just go to the park with somebody, or whatever the case. Spend some time, man, or whatever, man. Let's get through this holiday season, everybody. You know what I mean? And so we can continue to howl in 2026. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I'm saying it now, not at the end of the damn year, is because I want to get through everybody that I know and everybody that fucking listens to this podcast, all you wonderful Wolfpack. I want you all to get through this December. I don't want to be telling you the end of December, hey, you should have done this. Fuck it. Let's go, man. We got the rest of December to go through. And I want everybody to at least, get through it, man. You know what I mean? Not like barely get through it, but hopefully you get through it with a little bit of a difference, a little bit of something, a little bit of whatever's going on that can help you out, man, to get through the year. And also start the beginning of 2026, howling with that wanting to howl in the next year. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been seeing these posts, okay, I got to talk about this shit. I've been seeing these posts like, I need to find what is the post that says? It says, I hope that they give me the receipt for 2026 because I don't want to repeat of 2025. Who the fuck's got to give you a receipt for the next year? If you can do whatever the fuck you want next year. You know what you need? Is you need to know what the fuck you were doing in 2025. And if you don't like it, don't repeat it. Pretty simple. I hope somebody gives me the how 2026 is going to be. 2026 is going to be how the fuck you want it to be. It just depends if you learn enough from 2025, y'all, all right? I'm just going to be honest with you. If you haven't learned enough for 2025, you're probably going to get part 2 sequel in 2026. But if you've been listening to this podcast, I've been throwing out some topics. I've been throwing out some things. I've been telling people this. I've been telling people that. Hey, y'all, man, at some point, I'm hoping you fucking listen, dog. You know what I mean? Because like I said, I give a shit about what I put on here, and I care about anybody that ever listens and watches this damn thing. You know what I mean? Just for the simple point that I do. You know what I'm saying? That's part of my debt down. But at the same time, don't be saying 2026 is going to be a repeat of 2025. That's a you issue. That's where you got to step up. And you got to say, okay, man, what do I got to do different? You got to do some honest and open communication with yourself. You know what I'm saying? And you got to figure out how we can change this up because, it's a whole different year and a whole year older, man. If you're still doing the same shit the same way, that's a you problem all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? Just let you know. And if you don't know what to change, fucking call me up, comment, motherfucker. I'll comment you back, man. Don't worry about it. I'll put you on blast on one of these podcasts to help you out, to be of service. But no, really, everybody, man. Honest and open communication, man. Start practicing that for sure. Let's get through to 2026, everybody, all right? Or 2025 to get into 2026, everybody. All right, let's see if this works again. All righty. So thank you for joining me for another topic. I'm just going to play that again because we haven't had it for a few weeks. So, to close this out, y'all, we're going to go into movie review, everybody, okay? Movie review corner kind of a deal. Entertainment review. So, just a couple things to put on here. So I wanted to let everybody know that there is a couple of movies that I kind of did catch on streaming, I think. It was on streaming. Let me kind of look at my little AMC thing, because of course I haven't done that for a minute. But I think we went last week, but let me just make sure. No, get me off of that. My AMC. So I went to go see The Running Man and Predator Badlands, right, last week. I know with Frankie I reviewed that, so I'm not going to review it again. I haven't done the movies again. I was supposed to go this week, today actually, with the Frankie and Spooky Bitch, but Frankie didn't hit me up. So I was like, fuck it, cool, I'll tattoo myself. I'll just get something done. But while at home, there are a couple movies I wanted to kind of throw at you that are streaming, y'all. And you can look them up because I was streaming on different services, so I don't remember. First of all, tonight, Welcome to Derry. New episode, freaking awesome, awesome, awesome series. Welcome to Derry is a prequel to the It movies with Pennywise and all that kind of good stuff, based on the books from Stephen King. Great series. New episodes coming out tonight. It's on HBO Max. So if you have a chance to see that, please do, everybody, okay? But there was a couple movies that I kind of saw today that were just like, wow, like, you know what I mean? There's a movie that I've seen before, but I didn't remember it, whatever. But there's a movie, and I believe it's on Peacock if you have it, with Woody Harrelson. It's called Champions, okay? Pretty much what happens, Woody Harrelson's an NBA coach. He kind of gets kicked out, or like a college coach, whatever. He gets kicked out. It's also with Winston, black gentleman from Ghostbusters. He gets kicked out of the college. Woody Harrelson gets kicked out, and he has to do community service because there's a drunk driving accident. And so we start teaching these mentally challenged individuals that are playing basketball. So it's this whole journey of, you know, him getting connected and getting back to his roots of caring for the game and for people and whatever. And it's a really, really good feel movie, man. It's a heartwarming movie for sure. If you have a chance to see it, please make sure that you do. You know what I mean? It's a great feel-good movie. I'll just be honest with you, right? It's a really good movie. It's got a lot of laughs, man. A lot of these individuals with mental disorders and mental challenges, man, they're hilarious too. Like, they're really hilarious. But it's a really good movie. If you have a chance to see it, it's on Peacock. There's another movie that we saw. Me and Spooky Bitch actually saw this movie as well. That was called Spoiler Alert. Okay, now, spoiler alert. This is with Sheldon from Big Bang Theory. I forget his name, but it's about a gay couple, and they go through the whole thing. I don't want to ruin it if you're gonna see it, man. But I saw it from start to finish, man, and I just could not stop crying. It's a tearjerker, man. Talk about a tearjerker. I'm talking about a tear. Like, after the movie was over, me and Spooky Bitch were still. That's what this fucking napkin's from. It's from Still Crying from that movie. Tearjerker for sure. Spoiler Alert is the name of the movie. I believe it's on Peacock as well, but holy crap, man. I'll be honest with you, I cried half the movie, and I was like, damn, another thing, and oh my God. And it was just, it was a great tearjerker, man. It made me really get grateful for life and for all y'all out there, and just, you know, even though we're struggling, man, we're still howling at it, man. We're still here to actually have a howl. So it made me kind of reflect a lot on my life for sure. But man, it threw me. It threw me for sure. I was like, oh, I gotta take that off my freaking my watch list, because we had just watched it. I was like, screw this, man. That was brutal. So just to let you know, if you have a chance, a good tearjerker, a good movie. I mean, it's a great movie, but it's just a tearjerker. Spoiler alert, okay? Spoiler alert. So if you have a chance to see that, have a chance to see that. And the last movie I'm going to review up in here on the movie review. The last movie is Don't Let Go with Halle Berry. I saw the trailers a while ago and never had a chance to see it. The movie's actually a really good movie. It's kind of like a suspense thriller. There's a little scare in that for sure. But it's a great movie. It's with Halle Berry, and it's with minimal cast. I love movies with minimal cast, especially when they do it well. Man, it gets you drawn in. Like, that's a really good movie. I love those kind of movies. But if you have a chance to see it, it has to do with Halle Berry, and there's like this evil in the woods, and they can't let go. She's like tied with a rope, and her kids are tied with rope, and they leave the house, and the rope is like their protection because they're attached to the house still, and they can't unattach themselves from that rope. It's a great movie. The ending was kind of like, what kind of a deal? It made you kind of think like, wait, was she yes or no? Or what? But if you go along for the ride, it's a great movie as well. So you got that. You got Don't Let Go. You got Spoiler Alert. And then you got Champions, y'all. If you have a chance to see any of these movies, check them out. You won't be disappointed. I wasn't, to be honest with you. Just go for the ride. It's a nothing else, all right? So just letting you know that. Thank you. And look at that. We did it, everybody. Here we go. We did it. Let me do this one because I don't know if it's playing. We did it. We got to the end of the show. I just wanted to make sure it was working. We got to the end of the show, everybody. Thank you very much. Again, try to practice some open and honest communication. Maybe a comment on this episode. You know what I mean? If you have any struggles with that, or you know, if you tried it and you know what I mean? You're like, hey, man, I tried it. It was uncomfortable, but I did it, right? Kind of a deal. You can always comment on the episode. Thank you for everybody that's ever commented and anybody that ever watched the podcast, man. I greatly appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all, and I love y'all. very much. Let's get through the week, everybody. Much love, everybody. Let's go out like we always do, ladies. Go out and have a great week, everybody. Much love. See you next episode.